Now, let's discuss the PMB 7th edition and the major changes it brings. Just like previous editions, the standard for project management and the PMBOK guide continue to evolve. Over the past decade, software advancements have transformed project management. With the rise of artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and digital business models, companies have adopted new ways of working. This edition shifts the focus from processes and deliverables to outcomes. It recognizes that modern projects require flexible, collaborative approaches rather than rigid structures. Key changes in the PMBOK Guide 7th edition include broader perspectives on project and product delivery, more flexibility in project management methodologies, a shift from process-based approaches to outcome-driven strategies, a greater emphasis on individual contributors working remotely and collaborating globally. We will discuss each of these changes in detail as we move forward in today's session. Firstly, the process-based standard has changed to a principle-based standard. Since 1987, the standard for project management has followed a process-based approach. The PMBOK guide aligned project management with a collection of business processes. These processes enabled consistent and predictable practices, which could be documented. Performance against these processes could be assessed, and improvements could be made to maximize efficiency and minimize risks. While process-based standards support good practices, they are prescriptive in nature. Project management is evolving faster than ever, making it difficult to maintain a process-based orientation that fully reflects the value delivery landscape. Therefore, this edition shifts to a principle-based standard. This approach focuses on intended outcomes rather than just deliverables. A global community of practitioners from different industries and roles have contributed feedback to this standard's development. Additionally, the PMBOK Guide, 7th edition, was reviewed by experts who analyzed key concepts from other project management works. These efforts confirmed that the guiding principles in this edition apply to a wide range of project management practices. The global project management community has embraced this shift toward principle-based statements. These statements summarize widely accepted project management objectives and core functions. They provide broad guidelines that allow project teams to operate flexibly while staying aligned with these principles. You may wonder about the purpose of these principle statements. They enable PMI to define effective project management across all approaches, predictive, adaptive, and everything in between. This principle-based approach is also in line with the evolution of standards in program management, portfolio management, risk management, and benefits realization management. These new standards were developed by global teams of experts with a principle-based focus. Nothing in this edition of the PMBOK Guide contradicts past process-based approaches. Many organizations still find those methods useful for guiding project management, aligning methodologies, and evaluating project management capabilities. This process-based approach remains relevant within the context of the new edition. Another significant change in this edition is the introduction of a systems view of project management. This shift begins with a systems view of value delivery as part of the project management standard and extends into the PMBOK Guide content. Now, let's understand what this means. A systems focus for value delivery changes the perspective from simply managing portfolios, programs, and projects to focusing on the entire value chain. This value chain connects different business functions to advance organizational strategy, value, and business goals. The standard for project management and the PMBOK Guide emphasize that projects do not just produce outputs, they drive outcomes that create value for organizations and stakeholders. This systems view represents a shift from the knowledge areas of past PMBOK editions to 8 project performance domains. Now, let's understand what performance domains are. A performance domain is a group of related activities that are critical for effective project outcomes. Together, these domains form an interconnected project management system. They interact and respond to changes, ensuring that the entire system, not just one domain, adapts to evolving conditions. Aligned with the concept of value delivery, project teams now evaluate performance in each domain based on outcome-focused measures rather than strict adherence to processes or artifacts. Past PMBOK editions emphasize tailoring project management approaches to fit specific project characteristics. The 6th edition provided guidance on how to customize project management for different environments. This edition expands on that concept with a dedicated section on tailoring. A new section in the PMBOK guide focuses on models, methods, and artifacts. It categorizes various tools that support project management without mandating specific approaches. This section also maintains links to previous editions' tools and techniques, allowing project teams to choose what works best for them. One of the most significant advancements in PMBOK history is the creation of PMI Standards Plus trademark symbol, an interactive digital platform. This platform includes current, emerging, and future project management practices. It offers project professionals access to a broad range of resources that quickly adapt to changes in the field. The platform explains how specific methods and artifacts apply to projects based on industry segments, project types, and other factors. Starting with inputs, tools, and techniques from the 6th edition, PMI Standards Plus will continue to expand and evolve project management resources. Users of the PMBOK Guide and the Standard for Project Management can access PMI Standards Plus for additional content that supplements the printed guide. The 7th edition responds to 4 key elements identified in stakeholder feedback. It maintains and enhances the credibility of the PMBOK Guide, improves readability and usefulness, and acknowledges the continued value of previous editions. Most importantly, it integrates with PMI Standards Plus to offer practical, vetted content for project professionals. The Standard for Project Management identifies key principles that guide project managers and stakeholders involved in projects. The introductory section describes the purpose of this standard, defines key concepts, and identifies its target audience. The standard consists of the following sections. Introduction provides a foundation for understanding project management and its intended outcomes. A system for value delivery describes how projects operate within a broader system, including governance, project environment, and the relationship between project and product management. Project Management Principles defines the guiding principles that shape effective project management practices. Now, let's discuss key terms related to value delivery. Outcome, the end result or consequence of a project. Outcomes include outputs and artifacts but go beyond them by focusing on the benefits and value that the project was meant to deliver. Portfolio, a collection of projects, programs, and operations managed together to achieve strategic objectives. This shift in approach ensures that project management continues to evolve, adapt, and provide value in an ever-changing business landscape. An artifact is something that is produced, measurable, and can either be a final product or a component of something larger. On the other hand, a program is a collection of related projects, smaller programs, and activities that are managed together to gain benefits that would not be possible if managed separately. A project, as we all know, is a temporary effort undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. The temporary nature of a project means it has a clear beginning and an end, whether that is the completion of the project or just a phase of it. Projects can either stand alone or be part of a larger program or portfolio. Project management is the application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to project activities in order to meet project requirements. It involves guiding project work to achieve the intended results. Project teams can use various approaches to reach these outcomes. The project manager is the person assigned by the organization to lead the project team and ensure that the project objectives are met. Project managers perform several key functions, including facilitating teamwork to achieve project goals, managing processes to deliver the expected results. Moving on, we have the project team, which consists of individuals working together to complete the project and achieve its objectives. A system for value delivery is a collection of strategic business activities aimed at building, sustaining, and improving an organization. This system can include portfolios, programs, projects, products, and operations. Understanding value. Value is the measure of how important, useful, or beneficial something is. Different stakeholders perceive value differently. Customers see value in the features or functions of a product. Organizations measure business value through financial metrics, such as the benefits gained compared to the costs. Societal value includes contributions to communities, the environment, or groups of people. This standard serves as a foundational reference for all stakeholders involved in a project, including project practitioners, consultants, educators, and students, sponsors, stakeholders, and vendors who help deliver project outcomes. Individuals working in project-related offices, such as portfolio, program, or project management offices, PMOs. Those involved in project sponsorship, product ownership, management, executive leadership, and governance. A system for value delivery. This section provides context for creating value, organizational governance systems, functions related to projects, the project environment, product management considerations. Let's discuss these in detail. 1. Creating value. Projects exist within a larger system, such as a government agency, organization, or contractual arrangement. For simplicity, we use the term organization to refer to all these entities. Organizations must create value for stakeholders, and they use components such as portfolios, programs, projects, products, and operations to do so. These components work together as part of a value delivery system that aligns with the organization's strategy. The system consists of portfolios containing programs and projects, standalone programs with their own projects, and individual projects that are not linked to any portfolio or program. Projects and programs influence business operations, including payroll, supply chain management, and other functions. A value delivery system is affected by both internal factors, such as policies, governance, and procedures, and external factors, such as economic conditions, competition, and legal constraints. The system produces deliverables, which lead to outcomes, the final result of a process or project. These outcomes create benefits, which ultimately generate value. A value delivery system works best when information and feedback flow consistently among all components. This keeps the system aligned with strategy and responsive to changes in the environment. 2. Organizational governance systems. Governance systems work alongside the value delivery system to ensure smooth workflows, manage challenges, and support decision-making. A governance framework includes oversight and control, value assessment, integration of various components, decision-making capabilities. Governance systems also help evaluate changes, risks, and issues affecting the value delivery system. This includes portfolio objectives, program benefits, and project deliverables. Projects can function as part of a program or portfolio or operate independently. In some organizations, a project management office, PMO, provides support for projects and programs within a portfolio. Project governance defines the authority to approve changes and make important business decisions. It aligns with both program and organizational governance structures. 3. Functions associated with projects. People drive project delivery by fulfilling necessary functions. These responsibilities may be assigned to an individual, a group of people, clearly defined roles within a team. Coordinating work effectively is crucial for project success. Different projects require different coordination approaches. Decentralized coordination, team members self-organize and manage their own tasks. Centralized coordination, a designated project manager or leader provides guidance and structure. Some projects may use a hybrid approach, where centralized coordination is combined with self-organized teams for specific tasks. Regardless of the method used, strong leadership and continuous engagement between project teams and stakeholders are essential for achieving successful outcomes. Next, we have the project environment. Projects exist and operate within internal and external environments which have different levels of influence on value delivery. These environments can affect planning and other project activities. Their impact can be favorable, unfavorable, or neutral on project characteristics, stakeholders, or project teams. Internal factors arise from within the organization, including a portfolio, a program, another project, or a combination of these. These factors include artifacts, practices, or internal knowledge such as lessons learned and completed artifacts from previous projects. Project management considerations. The disciplines of portfolio, program, project, and product management are becoming more interconnected. While portfolio, program, and product management are beyond the scope of this standard, understanding these disciplines and their relationships provides useful context for projects delivering products. A product is a quantifiable artifact that can be an end item or a component. Product management involves integrating people, data, processes, and business systems to create, maintain, and develop a product or service throughout its life cycle. The product life cycle consists of several phases, representing the product's evolution from introduction, growth, and maturity to retirement. Product management can take different forms. Program management within a product life cycle. This approach incorporates related projects, subsidiary programs, and program activities for large or long-term products. Some product life cycle phases may be complex enough to require multiple programs and projects working together. Project management within a product life cycle. This approach oversees the development and growth of product capabilities as an ongoing business activity. Portfolio governance charters projects as needed for enhancements, improvements, or other unique outcomes. Product management within a program. This approach applies the full product life cycle within a given program. Subsidiary programs or projects are established to achieve specific product benefits. These benefits are enhanced through competencies such as competitive analysis, customer acquisition, and customer advocacy. Although product management is a separate discipline with its own body of knowledge, it plays a key role in program and project management. Projects that deliver products require a tailored and integrated approach, combining different knowledge areas, methods, and best practices. Project management principles. Now, let's move on to the next part of today's session, project management principles. Principles in a profession serve as foundational guidelines for strategy, decision-making, and problem-solving. Many professional standards and methodologies are based on principles. In some fields, principles act as laws or rules, making them prescriptive. However, in project management, principles are not prescriptive. Instead, they guide behavior for individuals involved in projects. They are broad in nature, allowing individuals and organizations to align with them in various ways. Principles may or may not reflect moral values. While ethics are related to morals, a code of ethics establishes expectations for moral conduct. The PMI Code of Ethics and Professional Conduct is based on 4 key values: responsibility, respect, fairness, honesty. The 12 principles of project management align with these values but follow a different format. They are designed to complement the PMI Code of Ethics and provide guidance for effective project management. The 12 principles of project management. Be a diligent, respectful, and caring steward. Create a collaborative project team environment. Effectively engage with stakeholders. Focus on value. Recognize, evaluate, and respond to system interactions. Demonstrate leadership behaviors. Tailor based on context. Build quality into processes and deliverables. Navigate complexity. Optimize risk responses. Embrace adaptability and resiliency. Enable change to achieve the envisioned future state. Now let's move on to the next part of the session, understanding the structure of PM7. PM7 describes the relationship between the PMBOK Guide and the Standard for Project Management. Changes to the PMBOK Guide. Its connection to PMI Standard Plus. A brief overview of the content. The PMBOK guide contains three main sections. Project performance domains. Identifies and describes project performance domains that work as an integrated system to ensure successful project delivery and intended outcomes. Tailoring. Explains what tailoring is, what to tailor, and how to tailor individual projects. Models, methods, and artifacts. Provides descriptions of commonly used models, methods, and artifacts that help project teams produce deliverables, organize work, and enhance communication and collaboration. Project performance domains. A project performance domain is a group of related activities that are essential for achieving effective project outcomes. These domains are interactive, interrelated, and interdependent. They work together to ensure the project achieves its desired results. This concludes our discussion on these topics. Let's move forward to the next part of the session. There are 8 project performance domains: stakeholders, team, development approach and life cycle, planning, project work, delivery, measurement, and uncertainty. Together, these performance domains form a unified whole. In this way, the performance domains operate as an integrated system, with each domain being interdependent on the others to ensure the successful delivery of the project and its intended outcomes. Performance domains run concurrently throughout the project, no matter how value is delivered. For example, project leads focus on stakeholders, the project team, the project life cycle, the project work, and more, from the very beginning of the project to its closure. These areas of focus do not work in isolation because they overlap and interconnect. The way performance domains relate to each other varies for every project, but they are always present. The specific activities within each performance domain depend on the organization's context, project deliverables, project team, stakeholders, and other factors. The performance domains are explained in the following sections without any specific ranking or order. Tailoring in project management. Next, we have tailoring, the deliberate adaptation of project management approaches, governance, and processes to better fit the given environment and project work. In a project setting, tailoring considers the development approach, processes, project life cycle, deliverables, and choice of people to engage with. The tailoring process is guided by project management principles, as stated in the Standard for Project Management, along with organizational values and culture. For example, if an organization values customer centricity, then activities related to gathering requirements and validating the project scope will prioritize customer-focused approaches. This aligns with the principle of effectively engaging with stakeholders. Similarly, an organization with a low-risk appetite may have several processes and procedures to guide projects throughout their life cycles. On the other hand, a company operating in the same market but with a high risk tolerance may have fewer procedures. Despite these differences, both organizations align with the principle of optimizing risk responses in their own way. Tailoring involves the careful selection and adjustment of multiple project factors, whether or not it is explicitly labeled as tailoring. However, sometimes project teams have limited flexibility in tailoring their approach, such as when organizational policies mandate a specific approach or when a contract requires a particular methodology. Models, methods, and artifacts. Now, let's discuss models, methods, and artifacts in project management. A model is a way of thinking that explains a process, framework, or concept. A method is a specific way to achieve an outcome, output, result, or project deliverable. An artifact can be a template, document, output, or deliverable used in the project. Project teams create a framework to structure their efforts and achieve project outcomes. They choose specific methods to collect and share information, track progress, improve team performance, and engage stakeholders. However, using models, methods, and artifacts comes with costs, such as time, expertise, skill level, and potential effects on productivity. Project teams should consider these factors when deciding which elements to use. As much as possible, they should avoid using anything that duplicates efforts or adds unnecessary workload. does not benefit the project team or stakeholders, produces incorrect or misleading information, serves individual needs instead of project-wide needs. Now, let's discuss the major updates in the transition from the 6th to the 7th edition of the PMBOK Guide, along with its connection to the PMI Standards Plus digital platform. The 7th edition of the PMBOK Guide is designed to be relevant to all types of projects, unlike previous editions, which were applicable to most but not all projects. Key changes include a shift in focus from creating deliverables to creating value, transition from 49 processes and 5 process groups to 12 principles, moving from 10 knowledge areas to 8 performance domains, replacing 600 plus ETOs, enterprise tools and outputs, with models, methods, and artifacts, expanding the concept of tailoring into a comprehensive framework. Additionally, the content is now accessible through a digital platform, PMI Standards Plus, available to PMI members for practical application. Steps to update the PMBOK Guide. PMI follows a 6-step process to update the PMBOK Guide. PMI establishes a volunteer committee to develop or update the standard. The committee drafts and refines the standard. A group of subject matter experts reviews the initial drafts and provides feedback. The committee revises the draft based on expert feedback and prepares it for public review. Public input is considered, and further revisions are made before finalizing the standard. The final version is reviewed by the PMI Standards Consensus Committee and submitted for approval before release. That's it. We have now completed today's session on what's new in PM7. I hope this provided you with a clear understanding of the latest updates in the PMBOK Guide and how they impact project management practices.